Hi, I'm Madison Pruitt, and I've gone retired. Well, according to legend, when the fireweed blossoms reach the top, and when they start to fall off and all the leaves are gone, all the blossoms are gone, then you're roughly 2 weeks away from the first snows. And there's quite a few. Like, look at this one. It's completely gone. The blossoms are gone. And the rest of them, they're all up near the top. Here's another whole bunch that are up near the top. You see? Look there. So, close to the end of summer. Headed up to Denali. I don't know if I'm going to stay there or not. It's nasty weather, and I just listened to a weather report, and they were talking about having some freezing weather, below 30 and all. And I went, whoa, I don't know if I really want to be up here for that. You can see from the side of the road that we're starting to see more and more yellow. Right now, these trees around here are still green, but I've seen all kinds of yellow trees as well, not just this brush on the side of the road. Well, you can tell it's not raining nearly as bad. And of course, you can also see more yellow trees. Oh, here comes the truck. Oh, and just a little comment about the coming of fall. Yeah, the trees are starting to turn. Bushes have all are turning pretty strongly right now. But today is August the 26th. I don't know when this will be posted. It'll probably be the end of September. But it's actually August the 26th. Well, all the campgrounds in Denali were full. They were all sold out, so I said, well, phooey. So I'm going to just go on up to Fairbanks and hope I can see the aurora. I'll stay there a couple of days. I know that the conditions are just great for seeing it. Last night apparently it was quite a light show. The next day, after washing my clothes, I decided to make a quick trip to the North Pole. Or rather, North Pole, Alaska. Look at the candy cane for holding up McDonald's. The next day, I actually did get reservations for one of the campgrounds at Denali, so I'm headed back to Denali. But I thought it was funny that every time I was headed to a rainy day, they were playing Africa, so I kept thinking about, well, instead of I've touched the rain in Africa, I've touched the rain in Alaska. And I finally made it into Denali. Well, things don't always work out the best way. About 15 minutes ago, I was walking down this path. I didn't have my cell phone with me, so I didn't have my camera with me. And I was charging it up at the time. And I turned a corner, and there was a moose. I don't have a picture of it, though, unfortunately, because, like I said, I was charging up my camera. But it's charged now. So if I find another one, I'll be sure to record it. A moose! It was maybe 40 feet in front of me. But it's gone now. It's gone back into the woods. Oh well. Maybe I'll get something else. I did get a pretty big rabbit, a big hare. I was hopping along and I did get it, but I wish I'd gotten that moose. Oh well. The next day I took a bus tour into Denali Park. Now, truth be told, you will see wildlife on those tours, but the wildlife that you see will be 1,000 feet away, maybe 2,000 feet away. It's going to be hard to get good pictures and good videos of the wildlife that you see in Denali Park. They're just too far away. So unless you have a very expensive wide lens camera, you're not going to get good pictures. So if you just have a cell phone camera or something like that, then focus on the beauty of the mountains, of the terrain, all of those things. Don't worry so much about trying to get good pictures of a bear that's 2,000 feet away, because you're just not going to get good pictures of it.
Watch your head, watch your head. Oh, he's running. Look at him. Oh, get that with the moon in it. Get the moon. You see the feathers over there? Yeah. What do you see?
Nails on them.
Words.
Spikes or nails?
Yeah.
Yep. So from the inside out.
As you can tell, it's difficult to get good pictures of the wildlife in Denali simply because the wildlife is going to be too far away from you to get a good picture unless you have very expensive camera gear. So instead, focus on the beauty of the park itself. There's so much beauty in the landscape, in the mountains, and in the terrain. And if you're very, very lucky, you might actually get to see the Mount Denali itself. Well, I'm in Denali, and there's Denali. We got a clear view of the mountaintop of the big one. How about that? One of the 30%. The probability of that is so small, it's marvelous. Can't tell I'm just a little excited about this, can you? There she is, Denali. Glacier rivers tend to be braided. They tend to have many channels, and they're constantly changing their channels.